I'm a businessman. I got business hands. These hands go to work all day. My feet get out of bed. And I work in the business with my business hands.
Good sound. Sounds good.
Hello, everyone. Long time no see. It's been quite a while since the Good Sounds boys traversed your eardrums, but we're back. We're back with sounds, good and bad, mostly good because that's the show. I'm your host, Connor Mink. Mark the Aquarius. We regretfully inform you he died. He is a dead man, and he died in a marching accident. So if you are in a marching band, I would just let you guys know to watch your backs and be careful up in these streets because they're dangerous. And you never know. You make a wrong turn, you could take a kick drum to the forehead, and it's just that's not what happened to Mark, but anything can happen. So
I heard it was a kielbasa.
A kielbasa? Ooh, no, those are sharp.
Yeah.
But today, I, Connor Mink, will hold this torch for Mark. Every podcast after this is dedicated to Mark. So, and then he might be on, a future episode or two, if we need to contact him through the spirit world. But today, that whole intro was to just introduce this man who is my new neighbor, the ever growing, the beautiful, the musically inclined, the camera focus pulling inclined, Michael Thompson.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello.
Claps. We're clapping. That was for you.
Thanks.
That intro.
Yeah.
How was that? How was that intro?
It was pretty good. I give it like a 6.5. I feel is pretty good out of 10.
I mean, top half.
Top half. That's what I was going
That's
for.
kind of where I hang my hat on top half.
Yeah.
If I can let anyone know if I'm good at something, I may not be good at it, but I'm in the top
Well,
half.
I think you could have concluded it with a little bit of a better clap.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was, but it was like an audience of one.
Yeah.
How's that clap supposed to go? Yeah, is it the one clap?
Yeah.
All you get is one clap.
Yeah.
But I gave you a few, so that's. Do you think that's like the measure of how good something is how many claps that you give it?
Yeah. I mean, if it's like a standing clap, I mean,
Right.
depending on if your body and everything.
Yeah. Do you mind eating this a little more, like point it like at your mouth?
I am in the mic.
Well, you can
I am
rotate it.
Mike.
You are Mike.
No, I'm in it.
You're Mike on the mic.
Yeah.
So we're not like completely different levels because
True.
I've had to edit podcasts where it's different, and I'm like, Connor, you should have just said something. So I'm trying to get breaking down barriers within myself. So hopefully I'm not being too pushy.
I might break down barriers in myself as well.
Good.
Yeah.
But okay, so the podcast today, I think it would be fun to start off with the fact that you had no idea what this podcast was.
I still don't.
3 hours. And that's what we want because it's the spontaneous nature of our being. We could okay, so as I explained to you, so you know what it is now. We go back into your histories, go through all your musical journey from like when you were a youngin' to now. So if you want, would you like to go through that first, or do you want to introduce what you got going on here? Because I'll take it the avenue you want to go.
There's a lot going on here.
Yeah. That might be smart.
But maybe with what I listen to, like starting.
Yeah. Then we can slow roll it, like wait for the end, then we'll start jamming.
We'll jam out. You'll hop over here and we'll make some magic.
Right. That's what these are. These make music, everybody. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Magic.
But it's magical. It's pretty fun. It's not waste time, but it's a fun way to spend time.
Looks like you can do your taxes on here.
Right.
But it really makes
You got Excel on that?
high-tech beats out
Right.
of, my PC computer.
My Microsoft DAW.
Yeah.
That's what would their DAW's name be? Do you have a guess? If Microsoft made like an Ableton, it'd be Everclear. Like
Soft.
Just called Soft. I get that. I like that. I don't know why I went with like a rubbing alcohol or like grain alcohol. Isn't that Everclear? Is like grain alcohol?
Yeah, you just got to bounce it out in soft.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
makes
right.
sense.
You got to bounce it in soft, add a little reverb, some delay.
It's naturally soft, so I like using it as a program. It softens everything up.
Yo, I go hard and soft.
I go soft and hard.
I
So
would check with your doctor before admitting that on any other podcasts. But we'll cut that out if you need me to.
no,
We will cut it out if
put
you
that
need
in
me
there.
to. Put it all in. It's all live. We're as real as it gets, I think. That's what it seems like. All right. Do you want to, well, let's first go through how we met. I think that might be a good starting place. So you're a cameraman, not necessarily that you hold the camera for productions, but you assist to those people sometimes, but as called an assistant camera.
I am an assistant camera.
So give me a bit of what do you do? What is your day to day? What's your job?
I basically put together camera builds for movies and commercials and
Nice.
kind of work as like the cinematographer's right-hand man and just putting together the package, lenses, what we're shooting and everything and making it actually happen and actually making sure we record it and all
Right.
that crap.
Yeah. You're like the responsible one.
I got to be the responsible one, but it's normally like my assistant that's the responsible one. Where
right.
I'm off with the DP figuring out how we're going to do something. And
Yeah,
then it's just like telling my assistant, okay, we have no time, but we have to make this happen
Right.
the way they want it.
Yeah. No, and it's a team. That's the thing. It's like
Yeah.
you all have problems and then you come to each other with the problems.
Right.
And then hopefully they have answers.
Yeah.
But, more often than not, it's like, all right, now you got to do all this shit.
Yeah.
So
It's like, we want to shoot it like this. So I got to be like,
Right.
okay, well, here's the answer.
Right. And then you get answers based on that because it's like, well, then, Mike, you didn't think about this part, though. And then we got to move this over here. And then you're like, oh, no, yeah, we do got to move that over
Most of the
there.
time it's like, oh, fuck it. We're just going to
And
make
then,
it happen.
Just grab the camera and point it. And it's,
Ledge it up with my wallet.
Right.
No.
It's whatever's around. That's
Yeah.
the best tool for sure. But okay, so we had met, I think, through Benzie, a little Ben Manarino,
Mhm.
a little Richie Johnson,
Little Richie Johnson.
a little Raul Maredo.
I think it was when I pulled focus on your short.
it might have been that Aware was that the
I
Blade
remember we
Runner
were
thing.
freezing on a rooftop.
Yeah, that was awful. And
Um,
I hit a breaking point in that movie. I very much remember. I was like, I'm responsible for this. And I'm the lead actor, and I am miserable, and I don't want to go upstairs anymore. And you live and learn, That's the beauty of movies.
That's when our sound guy Xander's like, well, I'll be downstairs. Just
Yeah.
call me if you need me.
Yeah. And the rooftop was definitely like the least good part of that movie, which, I mean, hey, it is what it is. But when it is January, maybe plan for an indoor shoot. I figured it out. But no, so we met there.
You never will.
I
I feel like at any age, you're still going to want to do a rooftop shoot.
It's
in
so
the
much
winter.
at night in the winter. It like looks so good. Why would I not?
Yeah.
But then I don't know how to edit red footage, and then it doesn't look good. So that's my fault. So that's my.
It's okay.
But again, time,
Learning experiences.
learning, and now we're like, you know what? Movies are lame. Let's make music and do all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then let's fuse the two somewhere in a podcast thing where I just have to speak.
Yeah, and then I'm just like here. I
yeah,
thought I was
right.
walking next door in my underwear. Like,
Exactly right. No, this is like a.
Probably not in my underwear.
You could have. I would be okay with that.
Yeah.
It's been like a month.
Some
We've lived together.
pajamas.
Not together. We've
I'd wear
lived.
pajamas here too. I'm not
It's true.
afraid.
Oh, I almost did. I was this
Mm.
close to sweatpants. But you gotta be comfortable. That's really. I think at the end of the day, being comfortable will get you the best emotional and give you the best me.
Yeah.
Do you want the best me? Then I gotta be look like a slob.
Hmm.
It's nice. But so going from that crew, the music or the movie crew, I feel like we can go back to your musical journey because I only know you as a movie man, and then I moved in next door to you, and then we started chatting and doing things, and I was like, oh my god, this guy has like 1,700 guitar pedals, and I thought he was an assistant cameraman. So do you want to go through how you got into making music, learning guitar, all that stuff? Maybe it'd be good to go back to your parents' influences.
I feel like it all comes back to the same thing of just taking things apart as a kid and trying to put it back together. And most of the
you were a
time,
tinkerer.
I was always a tinkerer because when I was probably 6, my dad was showing me how to take apart a computer and build it because that's what he does.
Hell yeah.
So I've
Definitely helpful.
been very into figuring out guitars. Okay, figuring out different guitar strings. I love modular things. Oh, I can try different strings, different ways of tuning, different guitars.
Right.
Then it was like, oh, I got a Boss Blues Driver pedal, and I can do this to the sound. And then eventually it was like getting more things, and I got my first synth, which was like
Real quick, age wise, where were you?
I started violin in like 4th grade,
Okay.
and
Nice.
that got me into string instruments. And then in like
Oh, you did tell me that. I remember,
like 7th grade, I started to get into guitar and stuff, and then told my violin teacher I like guitar, and she was like so crushed.
Yeah. Another one corrupted
But I realized
by the devil.
It was my better way of
Satan.
communicating, and like
Yeah.
I could kind of feel the response in a guitar a little more
Right.
than a violin.
Yeah. It's probably less of a pull, like because you pull the strings with
just like the resonation in your hands when you're playing a guitar.
Right.
It's, I don't know, really something
Mhm.
else that I connected with it, and that became my instrument.
Right.
Like, all this stuff's really hard for me to play, honestly, because like I understand the music theory and the notes kind of like partially behind it, but not really.
Right.
Like on a guitar, it's like I'm not even thinking about that stuff where it's part of me.
Do you think that is like because you learned it a little earlier, like and
Yeah,
it was like
I
you
mean,
had more of like a foundation in that, so it's just like
I
what
always
comes natural?
had pianos around growing up though,
Okay.
so I was able to kind of mess around and just hear sounds and stuff.
Right.
But I never, like, once I had a guitar in my hand in 7th grade, it didn't leave at all. It was
Right.
like every day in school I had a guitar, like typically.
You would like bring it to school, or would
I
it like did you
typically-
play guitar in like the band?
There was one in the music classroom
Okay.
that I would steal every now and
Right.
then. And the music teacher was cool with it. There's only like one time he called me out and was like, "You can't take that." And
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
But I love it. And then
You're
he
right.
let me keep it. Like,
Yeah,
I
there
didn't
you
get to
go.
keep it, but it's cool.
When you're like a kid and like a student that shows like passion into something, and like those certain teachers that are like, if I don't let him have this will be bad. Like
No.
it's like this is the moment where it's like just fucking
Well,
take it.
I would be playing it outside or whatever all the time. And
Right.
I was
And
just always trying to
sees
learn things.
Yeah, sees the effort put in.
Yeah.
And like you're like it's the passion. You like fan the flame.
Well, I think
For
it was
sure.
like naturally in like 9th grade, I tried out for a jazz band
Oh, nice.
with guitar, and I sat next to one other guitarist, and he was just like years better than me. So I could actually understood what an F minor 7 was or something.
Right.
And I was looking at it like, well, I think an F is here.
Right.
I think this is an A, but I know how to do like power chords. Like I really had
Right.
no idea. So like,
Were you like learning songs and stuff? Like
well, they were doing full jazz band,
right. Well, but like
compositions.
were you learning like the pop songs like Beatles and like
Beatles and
Yeah.
like I was obsessed with AC/DC. I got
Okay,
like my
yeah.
first electric and like real like Epiphone SG electric in 8th grade, and that's like all I wanted to do was
Right.
that's when I got into guitar pedals and like
yeah.
taking electric instruments and making them electric.
Yep.
which was
Yeah.
cool.
I got in trouble in like the 5th, maybe no, it was kindergarten. I was literally on the bus singing "Big Balls," like just around, and like my bus driver got off the bus and like went to my mom and was like, "What the hell are you doing? Like this kid is like just singing Big Balls," and it was just because I was in my cousin's basement and we were like with the big like those exercise balls that you like bounce on.
Yeah.
I thought it was that. I was like, yeah, it's big balls. Like there's like this big exercise ball, and I was just like, big balls. I've got big balls. It's just fucking
And
like
we've
5
got
years
the
old.
biggest balls of them all.
Oh yeah, dude.
But like even my dad got me like sometime in 8th grade, whatever that birthday is. My dad got me the entire AC/DC discography that he like torrented or something.
AC/DC, ABC, AC/DC, A to Z.
Basically,
that's what it should be called.
yeah.
And I had to say that really slow, and it made it less funny. But there you go.
But I was obsessed with like learning every single song and trying to do like Thunderstruck and then trying to learn all the no songs of like Stairway to Heaven and all that. And
Yeah. That's the ones that'll get you like stares and comments, and it's just like, all right, this guy is fucking gay.
yeah, I played like Kids by MGMT the other day for someone,
Right.
and they like had to walk out. It was pretty funny. I was like, okay, so that's on the no list now.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it had to be like a couple decades, but I guess we're
Right.
already almost there with that song.
I mean, I think, what was that? That had to be like 2013, 2015.
Kids?
Kids?
I think
MGMT?
that was like 2007 or 8.
Or that might be. Oh, then that's decade. What are you talking about
That's
then?
like almost 2 decades is what I'm saying.
Oh, right. Oh, couple
It
decades.
becomes like a no-no song
Right,
after
right.
a certain amount of time.
Yeah. That's like that, like, Foster the People time where,
Yeah.
like, all the, yeah.
So I guess some can gain that title pretty quickly
Right.
too.
Well, no, I think it's when, like, okay, so when the music you listen to, like, a group of high schoolers latched onto, once that group of high schoolers turns 30, I think that might be when it's like, all right, we're done with, like, the top 5 songs of that decade. Because it's like, well, we've obviously worn ourselves dry of every one of these.
Wonderwall.
So, yeah, no, it's 100. Yeah, like the whole 90s. But that's the thing is, like, if you're a generation in front or behind too, though, it's funny because it's like what your brothers listen to or like what you just like heard. So you were like, oh, I remember that song, but you just didn't listen to it all the time.
Right.
So you like it, but you're just like, because I'm in like the middle of like, I would say like millennial Gen Z. Like, I don't know what the fuck I am, but at the same time, it's like I see traits of me in both. So I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just a guy that does stuff. But I do think we should go back to your parents, like what they listen to though. Because I think that's like usually where a lot of like this starts, like the tree branch of like just what's around the house. So was it like a lot of AC/DC?
Well, so my
like-
dad may have got me AC/DC, but he is a big Bruce Springsteen fan.
Gotcha.
And
and
a
that
lot-
was like, because 0 to 5, you have no choice of any song.
No, I growing up, I liked it.
Okay.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Now I definitely wouldn't listen, but like, you know, growing up it was like that and like his whole side of the family, which is very classic. Like I always think like Margaritaville type music, like,
Okay.
you know, you're
The yacht rocks.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
having, you know, like your wine cooler like at
Yes.
camp type of thing, and you're listening to that kind of
The Coors Banquet beer tunes.
they were, well, it was like a Budweiser family, which
Budweiser,
is why I
right.
run away from Budweiser now
Yeah,
when I
yeah,
see
right,
it.
right.
But yeah, everything smelled like Budweiser
Yeah.
at those family gatherings.
Bruce Springsteen and Budweiser is like, that's like a match made in heaven, really, because they're like the American, like it's just so American, the
It was-
trifecta on a 4th of July.
Yeah, that's what I'm picturing right now.
That's really what it is.
And I'd be grabbing those like Huggies drinks, you
Yep.
know, like out
Yep.
of the cooler
Yeah,
next to the Budweisers.
Huggies and Budweisers. That's all we got from Tops.
Good old camping, you know.
Yeah, no, and it's and the fucking the food that gets like left out and like the flies start circling it, but you're like, that's the only food here. So it's
Yeah.
just like, I'm not gonna not.
Yeah, and
eat
then
it.
Bruce Springsteen's just on in
And
the
then Bruce-
background,
yeah,
and you're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm gonna drink my Huggy and
Yeah,
eat this
right.
hot dog.
I guess I'll eat this hot dog if that's the only thing here.
Yeah, but my dad listened to a lot of that.
You want to do this as well?
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Shout out to the Scoobs Doobs. We got a Scooby Dooby here. Scooby's Doobie. This is fun. But your dad's. Sorry.
He listened to a lot of that kind of music, and then my mom was very like, she's big REM, Violent Femmes. I feel like I definitely heard some of my first Talking Heads through her. Not that she's like a big Talking Heads person,
Right.
but Duran Duran,
Hell yeah.
like all
the 80s new wave.
all that was
Fuck
like
yeah.
my mom's stuff. And then you know, she like growing up, she always like would like stuff like the Gorillas and stuff too. I think my mom probably got me into the Gorillas when I was like
That's incredible.
7 or 8. You know,
Honestly, that's crazy.
I was no, we
Yeah.
couldn't have been that young. Sometime around then, around 10. I remember listening to Feel Good Inc. and then listening to all the other songs, and I became a Gorillaz fan at a pretty young age.
Oh, hell yeah. Because Gorillaz is definitely like, it blends so many different genres too, and like has that like electronic edge still. So it's like a good way to
a fan.
introduce like older people to like the newer, like listen to this. And it's like, oh, this is like, this has like fucking 70s drums in it. And then it's like the next song, it'll just be like a fucking, doo, doo, doo. Like it's like half Black Eyed Peas, half like Gat Band fucking
Well, yeah, and I was
soul.
like,
And, like it's very
also-
hip hop too. But that's sweet that your mom likes like the 80s. Like that's probably because what she grew up with.
But what's funny is like
Yeah.
well, and then my mom like in the car, it was always classical music.
Oh, really?
And
That's
she would,
interesting.
and I would never want to hear it as a kid because
Yeah.
like my stepmom on my dad's side, she'd always be listening to like like the pop radio station, and I'd always be like, oh, I want to hear like the new Black Eyed Peas song, growing
Right.
up, and it was always kind of like Outcast or I
Right.
don't know any of that.
Outcast, I would say, is the step up
Or
from the Black Eyed Peas.
Well, but just like
If we're talking like
anything
quality,
that was playing in the 2000s, like on the
I feel that,
radio,
yeah,
like
yeah.
I wanted to hear,
Right.
even if it was like hip hop.
Vampire Weekend.
But my parents didn't listen to like any hip hop,
Right.
so I didn't like that was all just
So-
figuring that out growing up on my own.
Yeah.
What hip hop is.
You have,
Starting
you have
with-
siblings, correct?
Yeah,
You-
I have like a stepbrother that's a couple months older than me. Otherwise, I'm like the oldest ish of like 8, 9. I don't know how many. A bunch.
So were they like? Did you guys share music a lot? Like, was that like a big?
My
I know you said some you like kind of interact with more than others because like that's a lot to just like hang out with 8 people at one
some
time.
of them
like,
are just young. you
Right,
know?
right.
Still pretty young.
just
Oh my
generational.
God. Sorry.
The
Got
NPC
quite
strikes again.
quite suspenseful there.
The tensions are rising.
No, so my brother and I didn't really relate on, or my brother that's close to my age, we didn't really listen to like much music together growing up.
Right.
But like my sister, I'd always be like forcing music on her. She's like 6 years younger than me.
Okay.
And I'd always be like, listen to this, listen to this, listen to this. And she wouldn't really. And it would all be like growing up, like Flaming Lips, like stuff like that.
Yep.
And now I swear her music taste is like way better than mine because
Oh,
she's really like, I don't know, taken what I've always listened to and then, found her own way and like merged them.
Right. And she is younger.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
5 years young, 6 years younger than me.
I was gonna say I feel like not to like throw shade at my brother, but I feel like I definitely came into that like he gave me like the starting blocks where like, oh yeah, these guys and I'm like, yeah, these are cool, and then I like found my path of like, oh no, but all of these.
Yeah, my brother
So
too.
it's-
I was
yeah.
like mind blown when I realized like both like my brother and sister, they're both full blood with each other. They both like basically had the same taste in music as me and could both pick up a guitar like by
Right.
the time they graduated high school.
Oh, so that's
And
a
I
big
didn't-
connection.
Yeah, and I was just like,
Yeah.
holy crap, like that's like funny how it all runs similar like
It's like
that.
you guys are like similar people. Like you have similar like,
We are.
interests and
We are, for
family.
sure.
You come from the blood. It's all in the blood.
Mhm.
Got music in your bones.
Yeah.
But growing up, would you say that concerts were big, or what is like more recent, or because what do you experience there?
I didn't go. I mean,
First concert.
my first concert was Kid Cudi
Hell yeah.
for free at University of Buffalo.
Fuck yeah. That's awesome.
And I was going into 9th grade, I think. Like, it was like my first day of 9th grade or something was like the day after this. I can't, it was like something crazy.
Yeah. To
And
start high school after
yeah,
Kid Cudi.
but I wanted nothing.
I'm a man now.
Maybe it was like that or going into sophomore year, but still, like,
Yeah.
regardless, I wanted nothing more to go to this show. And
Yeah.
I was like so excited and went to it, loved it, like loved being at a concert more than anything, to where like I figured out how to start like shooting concerts.
Right.
But that's like when I got into like film stuff, like halfway through high school.
Oh,
Got my
okay.
first DSLR, and then I got an internship shooting for After Dark in Buffalo. And
I see.
I did like
Nice.
3 Days Grace and
Right.
Evanescence and
That's nuts.
Mustard Plug and
Yeah.
I don't know, so many bands. But that got me into being at shows all the time, and I was just constantly listening to music and like buying tickets, figuring
Yeah.
out how to shoot concerts for free to go see like, Passion Pit or something when I was in
Yeah.
high school. It was like really cool.
Yeah, no, it's definitely like a newer world that I'm getting into, that I'm like, it's like just being of value for like the band to be there. Like you're already like a step above like everyone else that just like wants to go. So it's just like, oh yeah, fucking come on. Like, what are you doing? I guess, yeah, might as well. You're just already here. Like, I'll just like, yeah, just literally all they have to do is say yes if you ask. So it's just making it like as easy as possible for them. But it is also like intimidating sometimes, like from that perspective, where you're just like, oh, they're like a big band. Like I don't want to like, who do I message? I just DM them.
Ooh, when I was like 16.
yeah,
There's the
pause
train.
for train. Hey train.
Hello, train.
Actually, do you want to name the train, because it might show up and come around a few times?
Bertha?
Bertha the train. Big Bertha. Big Bertha Kensington. That's all right. She responded.
Big Bertha Kensington.
Big Bertha Kensington, the train that interrupts the podcast every once in a while. Wide camera. If I haven't switched to it enough, that's one right there. But as you were saying, going to concerts and being able to shoot them.
Yeah,
so is this photos or videos?
Photos.
Okay, gotcha.
So basically, like in high school, I somehow I got into the film class. Like my junior year, there was like a film class in the high school, and
Right.
I liked the teacher, and I liked the idea of making like short films with my cousin and whatnot. So like I would basically like piece together these like little weekend things with my stepbrother and cousin of us just like hitting each other with things and like whatnot. Like, and
Were you into Jackass?
it was no, this was before I knew about
Oh, was it
Jackass.
before?
Though. Like when we were just kids doing dumb things, and I had a camera.
Yeah.
Because I loved that thing.
Yeah.
And
It was like Jackass was like bound to happen.
Yeah.
Just because like eventually people are gonna start hitting each
But,
other
like-
once cameras became accessible.
all throughout high school, before that, my friends and I
Yeah.
were taking like videos of each other and putting them in like reverse of us saying meow. Like I remember it's like our most memorable of us all like running backwards saying whine, 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 whine. And we talk about it all the time, like
Yeah.
still. But like that got me like so into the class once I found out about it, because I was like, oh, I can like play with like a Mac computer and I can edit.
Right.
Like this is gonna be so much fun.
Yeah,
Like,
no, and it's like a real like it's like outside of your house too. So it's like having that as like just like I feel like this is like my job now, where it's like I feel like I can actually be of value in this, and
well, it was
I'm
like
probably good for a little bit.
yeah,
if you
I'm
wanna-
cool too.
We'll chill on it.
We'll chill.
I need actually a quick water break. Do you have a water bottle, right?
I do not. No.
You don't? Do you want one?
Sure.
All right. Well, we will be right back with Mike's stories of how he was a guy that is in high school with a camera. After this, we're gonna have a commercial break in a second. So, all right, be back.
Wow. Thanks, Connor. That was pretty dope commercial.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
I learned everything I knew from mainly Raul, but you were there sometimes.
Yeah.
So
I was there probably like,
yeah,
zoning out or something.
just chilling, just being
chilling.
like, just yeah,
Well,
as
yeah,
you should be.
Let me put it in focus.
Yeah, right. You were
That's what I.
focused. You
That's
were
what
too
I do
focused.
as a
That's
camera
what-
assistant. Is I just put things in focus.
Right. You were the focus puller.
The
That's
focus
generally what people would
puller.
say.
I am a focus puller.
You're pulling. You pull focus.
I pull the.
How
focus.
far do you pull focus? And
Pretty
is it
far.
heavy?
Sometimes it gets heavy, but honestly, when you're holding this thing
Yeah.
up all
Yeah,
day
yeah.
like this,
It's
sometimes.
a wireless thing.
Yeah, then I get lazy and I start like resting it on things and
Just sitting on an apple box in the shade.
yeah.
Just like get slowly and more.
I don't like when I get too comfortable
Yeah,
though
yeah,
with my
yeah.
job though, because it's not always like that.
Right.
personally.
Well, especially because it's like you got to make sure you're on the shit, like like zoomed, like
Well, I gotta make
Like
sure.
laser
You
eye.
gotta make sure it's in focus.
that's what. Right. You got to like do your job.
You're the one in charge of that.
It's usually important.
Yeah.
So real quick, let's do. I want to get like some artists that like from your parents that they had played. You did okay. No, you did that. So let's get when you went to middle school and high school. What are your like jams? Like what's on your all the time? Kid Cudi, I assume.
So starting off in middle school,
Yeah.
I was a big Crazy Frog fan.
Hell yeah! We love the Crazy Frog on.
That
Good
was
Sounds.
it. That was it.
We're a big proponent.
I liked pretty
Just
much
the Crazy Frog.
everything my parents played. Like it was
Yeah.
like life was great. And
For sure.
then, I think there was a day though when I think it was probably around the time I discovered Gorillaz. Like
Okay.
I
Yeah.
got into AC/DC,
Mhm.
which is weird. But I got super into that, and that's all I listened to for a while. And then,
Right.
you know what it was too? I got really into Guitar Hero. Like
Yeah.
halfway through high school,
Hell yeah.
all those songs.
Dude.
Learning who Cheap Trick is, just
Mhm.
like random things like that my parents didn't show
Dude,
me.
Cherry Pie.
Yeah,
Never.
and this was like in the time
That
of
song's
like
about vagina, I think.
yeah,
Pretty sure. Most of those songs are about vagina. now I
most
think
yeah
about it.
most of them. Most
Yeah.
of them. Most of them. But this was like before Spotify too,
Yeah.
where I would be begging my mom for an iTunes gift card. Was
Mhm.
like the biggest deal to me. If I got that for like my birthday or something, like, oh, sick, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
download
You were
like
never a LimeWire.
Fleetwood Mac. Well, no, so eventually my dad got me
Yeah,
into
right.
all that kind of stuff because he was computer whiz.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So then I got into. I had every song of everything.
All of everyone's
By the-
songs.
by the time I was
you had everyone's songs
In high school, yeah. No,
All
I
of the
literally
music. You
had
owned
like
all of the music.
bootleg things I can't find anymore that
Yeah.
I wish I still had copies of some of this stuff
Mhm.
because like it's like holy. Like,
Yeah.
these are like, wait, I had MGMT's like college demos, like things like that.
That's
like,
crazy.
and I was like, I just grew up having that and thinking it was like an album, you
Yeah,
know,
dude.
because like things are different then. You didn't just look on Spotify.
Dude, fucking Dat Piff. Literally, every time I bring up Dat Piff to someone, they're like, yo, that was the fucking.
I
those
had
are the
LimeWire
days.
for a while. Though.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah. Well, LimeWire was definitely like the first, like, LimeWire, what was it? Napster was the same.
I didn't have Napster.
I didn't use Napster, but
Had
that
the
was like the trendy one. That was like
Frostwire.
Frostwire, yeah. No,
But
it's there was always like, and then the people that would torrent music, and
Then
I'm
it
like,
was
that's scary.
uTorrent. I had BitTorrent, uTorrent,
torrents
Pirate Bay.
scare the shit out of me. Just because it's like, well, if you
Kick-Ass.
open this and it's like, you just fucked. Like, it's just like, roll the dice. Like, how much do you want this program?
Oh,
And
well,
it's
that's
like,
how,
I do want it a lot. But
And that's when around when I started getting into music, because I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah, yeah.
I can download a whole music program on these sites, and I'd have like a
Mega Upload, dude. The amount of shit I've downloaded, like 100 gigabyte files for Mega Upload. That's
Yeah.
just like an entire like Adobe Premiere. Like
I had,
CS2.
yeah, I had video editors.
Yeah.
I had everything.
Vegas, Sony Vegas. we
But
did it
what's
a lot.
great in like high school is like, yeah, you're not really like a threat by like
Right.
stealing this software, because like hopefully if you use it and you steal it in high school, you'll
Yeah.
get good enough to be one of those people that are using it in
Yeah.
your 20s. Like is your career.
And you can use it to afford it to buy it.
Right.
So it's like, I
exactly.
need to steal it first, learn how to use
Well,
it, and then I can pay it off.
Currently, I
Because
have
I don't have a credit card.
all my programs are paid for now. Like
Yeah,
I, don't-
no,
I, don't-
100
I
yeah.
actually don't have.
I always pay. I can.
Yeah, especially with subscription stuff, it's a lot easier now. Like before, it was like you need like asking my parents in high school for like $1,000 program was kind
Steep.
of crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that.
But it
So-
is also with subscriptions. I'm realizing like I've given Adobe at least upwards of $1,500 in the last 3 to 5 years.
Well,
Like just from every week or every month doing like, it's like 50, 60 bucks.
that's why film school was even such a big thing in the beginning of the digital
Yeah.
age, because like, oh, they have computers that you can edit things on. And I
Right.
remember the ones at my school like were still really slow,
Yeah.
and it would be
It's yeah.
a pain
because they
to-
got to get a bunch. I
but-
feel like that's mainly what that is.
yeah, yeah,
So they like spread themselves thin with like, well, I could do it.
yeah.
And it's like, but it really can't.
But now it's like you can do all of that like affordable, like $10 a month, $20 a month,
Right.
you know, for
Yeah.
really nice editing software or whatever.
Mhm.
Or you buy a Blackmagic camera and you get DaVinci or
Yeah.
whatever. Like,
It's crazy.
I
And
don't
it's
know.
like, it's the accessibility. No, I mean, that's how we're here. It's the only reason we got here.
brought
So,
to you by Blackmagic.
Brought to you by Blackmagic and Sony. And there's a Tamron lens here. These are Rode microphones. That's a Zoom recorder. Roland, Akai. What is your MIDI? What is that?
Oh, this is all Roland. And
Oh, all this is Roland, everything?
Roland and Akai
Okay. Shout out all of those brands.
and Sony.
And then iPhones are okay. Tascam, I think this is these. I would not shout out these headphones. They're fine.
They deserve they're there.
They're there. I mean, they've produced sound out of both ears.
And they, you know
It's
what?
more
they,
than a lot could
they
say.
are one of the pillars of,
It's true.
sound.
They've
They've been around. They've been around.
They've been around the sound.
They've been around. Tascam has been around.
That's for sure. But okay, so let's real quick before I think we should do a real right now. Where are you with your music? Would you give me some of your top picks right now, like artist wise? I mean, we've talked about it, but give me that, and then we'll get. I want to hear real quick your Kentucky story about getting on stage
Oh
and
yeah.
doing that, because that
What
was
first?
recent. First
So,
stage
music?
experience.
Stage.
So we'll do your artists. So right now, who do your picks? Like what you making music right now?
Okay. Oh, people currently live
producing music.
People. Okay, current bands that I listen or artists that I listen to is
Yeah.
probably I'm big fan of Melody's Echo Chamber,
New album.
you know, Crumb, and like
The album last year.
what are
King
other
Gizzard.
newer. You got King Giz, another new
Yeah.
artist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not new, but like new past decade people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just currently producing music. You know?
Levitation Room,
Yep.
all that kind of stuff.
Babe Rainbow.
Babe Rainbow's. I do like Babe Rainbow a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see them next month.
That's
so
what- yeah.
I'm pretty excited about that. That'll
Courtney
be fun.
Barnett.
Courtney
We went to that
Barnett,
show.
just saw that.
Fantastic.
That was awesome.
She's got. Oh, dude, she doesn't have a bad song. It's crazy. Like
She sounded amazing.
It was incredible. I mean, we had great like spot. Like we were really in the middle of that
Yeah.
whole thing. So like
That was amazing.
that was yeah. And like her all the mix was really good.
Blown
Shout
away.
out not Town Ballroom. Also shout out, why not? But Babeville, was that? Is it the
Ashbury
church?
Hall.
Ashbury Hall.
Yeah,
Shout out.
that place was. Yeah,
That was awesome. I like the aesthetics. It's a big
Mhm.
big fan of a strange looking venue. I love when like a building like that is repurposed, like it's like an old McDonald's, but it's like a bank now.
I just wanted to jam there. I was like,
Oh, yeah, dude. There's a lot of space in there.
Yeah.
But yes, so them
So, I
you what's it called? So artist wise, like coming up, is it just Babe Rainbow that you're seeing in concert?
Yeah, right now, just
Yeah.
with figuring out like the film work schedule and stuff,
Right.
I live an unpredictable life and whatnot. So,
Yes. I mean, hey, it's fun.
yeah.
Definitely a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm just
so
pulling up some of the stuff here.
I was gonna say,
I've been
yeah,
listening to.
you were telling me that you were gonna have to pull through the Spotify, and this is the first time.
Oh, yeah.
Podcast.
Another band I just found not too long ago, Lazy Eyes.
Oh yes,
Really great.
We've talked
Another
about
Australian one.
They're
yeah.
fun. Oh, the
Sugar Candy
Australian?
Mountain.
them. Sugar Candy Mountain's great.
I mean, it all started in like
that 666 album.
high
is
school when
crazy.
I found or middle school when I found MGMT too.
Yep.
It was kind of like got
Yep.
me sent off in that direction, and the
Mhm.
whole Dave Fridman type of world.
He's in the MGMT.
Dave
Or is he a
Fridman,
different guy?
he recorded them. He's basically
Oh.
been recording like Flaming Lips and a lot of those
Yes.
kinds of bands out in Fredonia, New York, not too far from
Oh.
here.
Did he really?
Yeah,
That's kinda
Tame
crazy.
Impala, like a bunch of bands
Wow.
have come out here to Fredonia to go. Miley Cyrus, like
I had no idea.
it's called Tarbox Studios. Really
Ah,
cool.
That's kind of nuts.
Yeah, so I realized a lot. I started liking all those bands growing
Yeah,
up, and I
yeah,
was
yeah.
just like, "Holy crap!" Oh, that makes sense. It's
It's
the
like an
same. The
hour
same
away.
guy is recording. It's just this
Yeah.
like magic wizard, and he's like a music teacher at Fredonia too.
Oh,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah, super cool.
Dude, that's like mind blowing. Like, dude, when I literally I went to Nagarrefield and like Moog is like on the way to
Yeah.
school every day. Like I would
Yeah,
just
his
drive past
brother.
it.
His
Is that
brother's side of the company, because like half the
Wow.
company's out in North Carolina.
I mean, it's
North Carolina. I think it's in North Carolina is where the synthesizers are made, and then like the space
Yeah, where the
parts
space
or whatever
ones. Yeah.
is up here.
We have the fun ones.
Mm-hmm.
The nerds.
Mm-hmm.
We have the lame nerds. Those are the fun nerds.
Yeah.
But I mean, rockets are cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, it's all the same thing. That's where
Yeah,
synths
it's-
come from, rocket sensor
true.
stuff. You know,
it's all electricity.
People being like, we can make sounds with electricity.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Yeah, that rocket sounded cool. What if we like didn't have to blow anything up to get that sound?
All right,
What do
sample
we do?
that.
Sample.
That was by the 90s. They're like,
Yeah.
say they're 80s.
Yeah, no, it's and then the MPC, and then we get there. But no, so I wanted to get your first live performance thing. How did you feel that went? Give me the quick rundown
Yeah.
of
No, it
the
was
situation. I know we've talked about this before, so that's why I was like, just for film.
Yeah. So it was funny. Like I have these sound production mixer friends that work in film
Right.
that are in a band in Kentucky, and I've been going down there for a couple projects a year lately.
Mm-hmm.
I've gone down there like for 3 projects now.
Right. Which is enough.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I've
You guys
been-
are dating.
We're dating.
Yeah.
I bring toys down there. We jam.
Right.
But then the most recent time I went down
Dating's
there.
always better with toys. That's from what I've heard.
Okay. But weirdo.
You call it jamming? That's what. All right.
Oh, you can't mumble things under your breath here. People will hear it.
I thought that was good. I didn't want to let the moment pass.
No, it's solid. Nice, bro. So they basically, my sound friends, who I jam with down there every time I've gone down there,
Right.
were like, yeah, we're playing this gig in our band. It's called Wudong Funk. Wudong Funk,
I like it.
I believe.
Is that's the band?
That's the band.
Okay.
So they told me initially, like, yeah, we're
Shout
just,
out, by the way.
yeah, shout out.
Oh, this camera's out, the middle one.
Fuck.
It's fine. We still have the
We're
sides.
still here.
We'll switch the middle one before you get to your
Yeah.
performance.
So they tell me, like, yeah, we're playing like a 3-hour set of
Mm.
all of our material, and I was like, that's crazy. Like,
Mhm.
and it's gonna be, and they're like, yeah, it's just us. If you want to come on stage though and like play some of your stuff, it could be pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, I could mess around. Maybe I'll at least bring my guitar or something. And
Right.
then they were like, yeah, but bring whatever else on too. And I was like, okay. And they kind of got closer and closer, and I had like some of these things together, and I was like, yeah, I don't even have like songs together that I can play by myself, right?
Right.
Like a whole
You've
live
like
set
done like the whole like
that I could do by
arrangements.
myself. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay, all right. And I didn't really care. Like, yeah, the day before, I'm like sitting in my hotel room, like with a couple synths pieced together. Like,
Yep.
okay, well, I can do
Mhm.
something. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
um,
The trial run.
yeah, and like I'm thinking, like, well, I could just like base it off of whatever they're doing when I go on there,
Right.
and it'll be fine. So then we get there, and it's at this like beer garden
Hmm.
brewery type thing outside, and it was pretty cool. And there was like not like a ton of people there, but like
Mm-hmm.
like a bunch of people I obviously didn't know, and like all my friends that were from the movie
Right.
were there.
Yeah.
So we listened to the band for a bit, and they had a bassist singer that I didn't meet before that was also
Mm.
there, and he was super cool.
Mm-hmm.
And they were killing it, and it was a great show.
Yeah.
And then eventually they're like, hey, so we're going to have our friend, we're going to take a quick break, and our friend from Buffalo is going to come up
Oh,
and
they just
play.
like threw you.
Yeah, and then I was like,
yeah.
oh, wait, so it's just me up there.
Yeah.
Classic me, not really putting all this together because
Yeah.
I've been on a movie not really thinking about playing a live set.
Uh-huh.
So I was
Yeah,
like,
and this is all in between like
Yeah.
your set days and
yeah,
like
yeah. And I just like had no time to figure this out. So
Mhm.
I really didn't, because like I'd get home and like I'd have like, you know, like 11 hours or whatever to go to sleep.
Yeah,
and
no, that's-
all that, and
yeah.
go back to work.
Yeah. Yeah, the
So-
film set life, as I don't know if the audience knows, but it's
11
brutal.
hours is pretty lenient. It's
Yeah,
pretty
that's
good.
yeah, it's a good day.
It's pretty good. That's enough time to do this.
Yeah.
But I went up there and like was walking up to them, and I had all my stuff was already pretty much preset for me to basically fool around with whatever to figure it out, guitar pedals, synths,
Yep.
and stuff. And I was walking up, and I was like, "So you guys are getting off the stage, huh?" And they were like,
That's like the passing by.
"Yeah." As I'm
conversation,
going
and
up
it's
the
like-
stage, and they're like putting the drumsticks down, and like
Yeah.
they're like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I was like, all right. So I went up there and pretty much just like played like some sort of chord,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
like,
of course.
I was like,
You got to entertain the people. There's
I don't know
there's
what
a
to
hungry audience.
do from here. So I just started playing like
Yeah.
a drum machine. And I'm just like, all right, I'm committed to this
Yeah,
like,
right,
type
right.
of thing, like in front of everyone.
Yeah.
And then
We're
I
on
like,
stage now.
all right, I'm gonna try this chord. Yeah. So then that went on for like 15 minutes, and it
Mhm.
was like, all right, picked up my guitar, flubbed here and there,
Right.
but it was just fun because it was in
Yeah.
between music. I realized.
Right.
And when I went up there, my friend, one friend was like, "What are you gonna do?" And I was like, "Well, I'm gonna imagine I'm basically in my living room, like
Yeah.
in my underwear with my like coffee, like how I am every morning with this stuff. Like
Yeah.
it's how I drink like my coffee in the morning, just jamming and stuff."
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the shit.
it went okay. And then they went back on stage, and I hopped off, and then
How long was the break?
it was like 15 minutes.
Okay,
and then
so that was a solid.
20. Yeah. So then once they
It was like a
finished-
set.
But
Like
I
it
played
was-
that set, and then once they finished their second part,
Uh-huh.
I went on for a second set
Oh,
for like
okay.
another 15, 20 minutes,
Right.
and then had different film crew members who could play a keyboard, and one
Right.
guy came up and rapped.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, and it was fun because I was able to kind of like, all right, play this key, that key, this key, that key.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm gonna go to my guitar and do this and that and that. And I
Mhm.
was able to put together like a little bit of a band, but it was really hard.
It was hard because people kept
Yeah,
getting arrested
Well, it was hard at first because I was so,
or
like,
being injured. That might have been either getting arrested or being injured.
yeah.
They might have started a fire.
Yeah, hopefully.
Whatever. I don't know how-
Hopefully not on purpose.
No. Hopefully.
Hmm.
Can't prove it.
But
You weren't there.
it was a cool experience.
I love that. No, it's awesome because it's like, have you always wanted to like perform on stage, and this was just like the first time someone asked, or
Well,
what was?
It was my first time doing it with like synths and stuff. Like
Right.
in like high school, I
Oh yeah, 'cause
went
you did
on
band
with the
stuff.
guitar a couple times, like
Yeah.
with like by myself or with like one other person. And then
Oh,
in
okay.
college, I did like a open mic night.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, I never really, because I was just knew I wanted to be in the arts growing up,
Mhm.
but then it went more like, oh, I'm gonna end up shooting that band's music video instead of being in the band.
Right.
That's how I shot my first music video. Was
Right.
I was gonna be their guitar, like, or at least meet up with them to be a guitarist, and
Mhm.
turned into.
You
Hey,
seem
wait.
to be more valuable over here.
Well, no, I brought it up because I was
oh,
like,
right.
hey, I have to do this class project. Can I shoot a music video that I
Yeah.
like edited in 2 days and was done because I was so excited, you know?
Yeah.
And
No, that's awesome because you
Yeah.
definitely have to like you have to feed what makes you passionate.
Yeah.
Because like if you are like you want to make the music and like you do it all the time, but you're not like itching to release it. Like you don't necessarily like you shouldn't force it out. So like it's just like at that point I feel like it's not ready, and it's like just being patient about it. So
I'm very patient with
Yeah.
my music because
well, especially if you're into other things. Like if you're not just into music, like you like obviously movies and like shots and composition and everything. It's, like,
photography,
photography, yeah. So it's
all
I-
that.
I'm the same way where it's just like I have to
Painting.
like yeah no it's you have to like several different things so that you can continue to like the things that you like,
Yes.
because like if I liked the one thing forever, like I'd just be sick of it within like a week. So it's yeah
It gets very difficult,
Yeah.
you know, when everything's about movies all the
Right.
time, you know, actually.
especially when it's your job.
Yeah,
And it's-
'cause I mean,
turns into work.
working on a movie is very exhausting, you
Yeah.
know, and
Yeah.
it's so much fun at the same time. Like, because when I'm
Mhm.
working on like a commercial, I'm kind of a little more like, okay, like, yeah, we're selling this product, you know, but on a movie,
Right.
there's a little bit more ambition and, oh, we're telling a story.
Yeah.
And all right,
You're
yeah.
selling an idea. That's
Yeah,
the
we're selling.
difference.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like a belief, and it's
Mhm.
like I trust and I believe in this belief.
yeah.
So like working on this is almost like I'm like spreading the word.
But
Almost.
I've learned years of that
Yeah.
has made me want to definitely pursue other things as well.
Yeah.
Definitely love what I do though,
Mhm.
but to be able to go
Talking
home.
to your boss, definitely. I'm a
I've
big fan of my
definitely-
job.
I've definitely done that.
I love everything
No,
about it,
no.
but
No, I love what I do. No, I really do.
Yeah.
But music is really nice, like especially like when I'm in a hotel like,
Hell yeah.
for a while.
or I mean, this is probably a good segue, but let's you want to do a little? We could do some stuff, play
Yeah.
little things.
I could just show you like I
I can even rap as well
yeah.
along with it. I'll
give you-
I'll play with a
I'll
little
give you like a
freestyle.
little beat.
Real quick, let me put the battery in the middle camera
Yeah.
so we can get that, and then we'll
Pause.
be right back with more good sounds.
Yeah.
And we're back. Wow, wasn't that a great whatever that was? I don't know what I'm gonna put in there, but you do, because I just did it. Mike, you have things on now, and we have a middle camera, so that's fun. What are you gonna play for us? What do you have prepared? You said you were putting some things on there this morning, right?
Not much prepared.
Not
but,
prepared. Yeah, good.
but
honestly.
basically, yeah.
Spontaneous.
Spontaneous.
Yeah.
Basically, just a bunch of things kind of loaded in here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, started kind of like trying to organize a lot of my samples from when I'm standing in my underwear, drinking my coffee,
Mm-hmm.
and put it on this device that I'm learning right now, and it's like really been great for just making, you know, bringing this to my lap and like not having a computer where I'm like, oh, I'm so used to editing videos or something like that on here, but I have like this portable device that I can actually make high-tech beats on.
Right.
know?
And it's like dedicated for that. So it's like distraction wise. It's like you can't just like go on the internet.
Yeah,
And,
and
like,
start like cruising, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
No.
huge.
No, it's been or just waste time like downloading the sample pack. to
Oh, yeah,
do
dude.
This and that and that and that. Where it's
Spend
like,
all day.
all my stuff's on here. This is all I need, and like
Mhm.
I could sit here for hours with just this setup. Not
Yeah.
that I like need all of this right now to make something, you know. But
Right,
like,
right.
you know, we could like fuck around with
Yeah.
like just this little drum sequencer. Give it like hi hats.
This is the
Are you gonna give me some like vocals
do you want me to?
if you want, man?
Yeah, if you got I mean, hey.
This is a good like BPM for you.
Yeah. We rapping in this bitch. We trapping in this bitch. Not crapping in this bitch, 'cause the bathroom's not mine. Can't go in a bathroom that's not mine. Yeah. Nervous poops. Every day. Waking up. Nervous poops. Nervous poops. Gotta go at my house, 'cause if I'm going on the road and I am driving down the road, I gotta poop in my house, 'cause when I go to the restaurant, I don't gotta go. But that's because I'm uncomfortable pooping not at my house.
And this is pretty much what I do at home.
Yeah, I love it. It's funky. Funky beats. Beep, beep, boop. Beep, beep, boop. Yeah. Fuck around and find out. Yeah. Went fishing, caught a trout. Bass bumping. Looking for the clout. Everybody looking at me, 'cause I'm gonna shout, bitch, get out my face.
Just one note.
That's all you need. Songs are one note. One note plus. That's generally what I've heard. Don't get it twisted. I'm a little bitch. Oh, wait, no, wait. That's not what I meant to say. Don't get it twisted. I'm a little twisted. I'ma hit you in the head like a pissed kid. You get it? Because they're annoying sometimes and they hit you in the head.
Yeah.
Pissed kids.
Fucking kids.
You don't want a pissed kid in your house. He's gonna draw on your walls with crayons and shit. Bitch. Fuck around and find out. I got 64 pack of crayons and I'ma draw them in your house. Don't make me walk up to the mirror. Draw a little dick on the mirror, right towards the bottom of the mirror. So you look at the mirror and it looks like you got a little dick, 'cause you look at the mirror. It doesn't happen with me though, 'cause I'm about 6'6", and you know what that means. I got big feet, and I wear hats, and I draw little dicks on mirrors. That's what that means. Gray and black, black and gray. No whites, no way.
Hey, we need to light this.
Yeah, right? I've just been messing with a lighter. Free. I'm free. Free as a bird in a tree. But is a bird in a tree free? Or is it trapped by the tree? Who knows? Tree bird. Bird in a tree. I'm a tree bird, bitch. Tree bird. In a tree, I'm a tree bird, bitch. Look at me. I got 2 wings. And gotta pee. 'Cause I'm in a tree. You don't know me, I'm a tree bird, bitch. I'm a cousin of a free bird, bitch. They don't make songs about me, 'cause I'm in a tree.
We're in trees.
I'm a tree bird. This is absurd. Do you want a cheese curd? I know a good word.
Word.
That's the word.
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 Word. Word.
I wish we could add. Can we add reverb to our voice? I don't know. Yeah, bitch. Fuck you mean? What you talking about? Fuck you seen? Look at me. I'm a guy with a thing. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Yeah, right. How do you hit a joint? I don't know. No one's told me how to do this. First time in the house. First time in the brand new house. Look at all these things I got. I just bought a house. I'm in massive debt. And it's okay. 'Cause I got some stuff that makes me feel okay. When you buy a house, you get the land. When you buy the land, you get the hand of the guy that gives it to you. 'Cause he's gotta hand it over. Bitch. That's every line. When you get the land, you get the hand. When you get the hand, you make a band. When you make a band, you take a band to the top of the charts. If you're lucky. If you're lucky. The whisper. Oh shit. Fuck what you heard. I'm a little bird. I'm a tree bird. How long can I freestyle? You don't even know. I don't even know. Who said I gotta stop? I don't know, but I think I'm not gonna stop in this spot, 'cause I'm a guy who likes pot. A pot and pan. Put a pan in my hand, man. I need a good fan of a train in my brain, fucking with the stain on the couch. Gotta sit on my couch with a 2-piece suit on, 'cause I'm tired from doing all this business. I'm a businessman, I got business hands. I'm a businessman, I got business hands. These hands go to work all day. My feet get out of bed. And I work in the business with my business hands. Go to work. Go to work. Bitch, go to work. Take 'em there, Mike. Take 'em to the streets. Yeah, that's my man, DJ Mike on the beat.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Sure, yeah. Yes, please. Why not? Who cares? In this house. We are in this house. 2 guys in the house. We are in the house. We are living in a house with a cool dog. The beat switch to the cool dog. All right, we'll close it out with this one. It's been a pleasure. We can do a little exit verse. Hey, who are you? I'm a guy who likes to chew gum. Where you from? Down the street? Are you an alum of the school I went to back in the day? Or do you live in the town I moved to? Which would be a new person that I never met. Fresh tree. We just planted a tree in the yard. with a shovel. Put the dirt in the yard, then you put the grass, then you put the seeds, then it's a tree. Green, brown, yellow, red. That's it, then it goes back to green, then back to brown, then back to red. It's a cycle, bitch, it's called the seasons. Back in black, back to back. It's never gonna end until the world does. It was off by a second, but that was good. I like that.
Yeah, I hit the wrong button.
Ah!
But I saved it. You know.
You got it. I liked it. All right. Is this is a new track? Is this a different one?
It might be.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, were you playing this one? I like this one. Do any of these have titles? So these are just Mike untitled, unmastered Mike originals.
Just Mike songs.
Mike songs. Mike check. Mike check. Mike's a guy.
You know, when I can play a bass.
Yeah, he could play the bass. He could play it to the face. Every day, waking up, playing all the bass. When you start playing things, you got to play the bass, because bass is a synonym for the start of something too. Bass as in bass, but also the low frequencies of a thing that is more bassy. How would you describe bass? The beginning of something, but also lower frequencies? Okay, thanks. That was my freestyle for the day. That's it. That's the podcast. We have normally a Patreon show where we just play recommendations for each other, but I'm actually not going to make it a Patreon show anymore. It's just going to be a regular show. So if you'd like to watch more of this, more of us hanging out, just go to the next video. It's been fun. We've had a great time today. How have you had? How are things?
It was pretty good. I give it
Good.
like I upgraded from that 6.5 from the beginning. I give you like 7.9.
7.9. Okay. So if we added another hour, do you think that would improve or decline the score?
I mean, it's always worth trying.
That's true. That's a good point. Which is why you should stick around and watch the rest of the Rec Center is what it's called. The Good Sounds Rec Center. Because it's copyright music, and we don't want to put it on the regular video.
Yes.
So, Thanks again, Mike.
Yes.
I'll see you at home. Do you want one of these? Another hit of these? Anything you'd like to promote or tell people about? Give people a reminder to do? This is your time.
Drink more water.
Okay.
Drink more water, less coffee. I'm
Yeah.
doing that right now.
That's a good point. Yeah, we got the water.
Drink more water. Everyone needs to drink more water. It's fuck. People don't drink enough water.
I would agree. Personally, I don't. But we do jam to funky beats.
Yes.
So we don't have a shortage of that. We might have to scale that back, honestly, a little bit. But I think we're having fun. So, but no, other than that, any movies people should look out for that you are a part of, or anything you want to point people towards in your line of work, or just drink water?
Drink. Oh,
I don't know whose that was.
That was like a water sound.
Oh, okay.
That means your like body did not have enough water in it,
Right.
and then you're like giving it water. It's like, you know.
It's the demon inside.
I don't know. I feel like look out at all your friends' work and help your friends as much as you can.
Help your friends.
Help
That's
your friends.
noble of you to say.
Help
And
your friends.
also, if you're my friend, do what he says, because I need it. I need help in more ways than one, though. So maybe that friends aren't the guys that I should be calling for that. But hey, that's why we got a podcast. You know, This is therapy.
Friends aren't always helpful.
Ain't that the truth? But that's gonna be on a T-shirt.
That's why money talks.
Money talks. If your friends aren't a trained psychologist, that would be nice, though. But hey, good times. We're gonna end it because we can do this forever. But I'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Bye. I'll see you in actually a second. We're gonna do this next thing. Go watch it.